Shuku explains what could happen if we do default and why it's such a big concern for our troops and veterans.
Texas is home to more than half a dozen military bases. I mean, San Antonio alone has several. I mean, it is Military City, USA. But the back and forth going on with lawmakers in D.C. has a lot of people in the military community concerned. Thomas Tunstall has worked at UTSA for more than a decade.
A little over 11 years.
And it's even twice that amount for his years in his field of economics. He's a research director at the school's Institute of Economic Development and says he's been keeping up with the will they, won't they situation happening in D.C. regarding the debt ceiling.
In fact, it's evolving even as we speak. It looks like they're pretty close to a deal.
But he says that a glimmer of hope doesn't mean Americans, especially certain groups of people, should be breathing a sigh of relief just yet.
But if I were dependent on Social Security for income, or if I were in the military or other areas that may be impacted, even in the Park Service, for example, it's possible that those salaries will get deferred or delayed. I would be saving up to prepare for that possibility. Hopefully it won't happen.
Time is ticking and the pressure is mounting for a deal to be reached soon.
It's concerning for everyone, for veterans, for soldiers, for civilian government officials and the like.
And Jerry McGinn has been a little bit of everything he just mentioned. He's a West Point graduate. Here he is at his Ranger School graduation in 1991. He's also the executive director of the Baroni Center for Government Contracting in the School of Business at George Mason University. He says questions surrounding the debt ceiling have been an issue for more than a decade, but that the U.S. has never been at the brink of a possible default.
Because it's not, this is not a shutdown, right? So this is not like the government doesn't have money. But can they pay their bills is the question. And if they can, which ones can they pay? I think they'll first pay their soldiers and there's, the sailors and all that, the military folks. But can they?
If we do hit the debt ceiling and a deal isn't made, that maybe 500,000 jobs will be lost. And if it goes much longer than that, then potentially we're looking at 7 million jobs.
For the troops and others who live paycheck to paycheck, they can only hope that the government pulls through.
Thanks for watching our YouTube channel. And for more refreshing stories about your community, click the subscribe button right over here. You can also download our Spectrum News app to get live news coverage, weather alerts, and more wherever you are. And don't forget to tune in to Channel 55 on Dish and DirecTV for live local reporting every single day. We'll see you then.